Hey folks, I apologize for the traffic noise, but again, what can you do? It just depends where you live. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, right now I'm going to tell you the kind of stuff that you really need to have. Some of this is optional, but it'll sure help you out. And the one problem I had, there's no way I can make this with just one sheet of 4x8 plywood. It was too small. So, see, I'm back up a little. You need a whole sheet of plywood. This is a 1/2 inch plywood, 4x8. This other piece, this is actually what I use for when a hurricane's coming, so I'm gonna have to replace this wood pretty quick. But this piece, it only needs to be 32 inches by 32 inches. If you can find a piece that size, you don't have to worry about it, but a whole sheet is only $3 more than a small section, so you better get the whole piece. Okay. You're going to need 5 2x4s. This is all unpressure treated. None of it's pressure treated wood. 5 2x4x8s. 3 pieces of 1/2 inch electrical conduit that are 10 feet long. And I got a little drill bit that you drill through the plywood to help to start the screws. It makes it a lot easier on you. To go with that 1/2 inch conduit, you actually will need a 3/4 inch paddle bit to drill through the wood. These, of course, are my pins for drawing my lines out. And whenever I draw these lines, when I'm sawing, I always cut the line. I don't cut on the outside. So once you do all these measurements, you don't have to get confused about what side of the line on. Just cut straight down the line. You'll be okay. Makes it a lot easier if you have either a speed square, which this one's kind of cracked, or a regular framing square. But you don't have to. It's just if you're going to do this stuff, make sure you pull a measure from both sides and then find a straight piece of wood or something to draw your line. You don't want to get crooked. Option I'm doing, if you have this weed eater string you want to go with instead of the conduit, this is a pile left I have from building my bin. This is called a titanium. It's pretty strong stuff, but whichever route will cover. Of course, you got your tape measure, hacksaw to cut the pipe with. You're going to need a staple gun and some staples if you use this weed eater one. I'll have to show you a trick. It makes it a lot easier on you. Of course, for doing this, you're going to need some 3-inch deck screws, a box of 1 5/8 deck screws. Of course, you got your drill, circular saw, and I'm building around one of these small bins, so I'll give you the dimensions of this, and hopefully you can find one the exact same size where you're at. But anyway, this is the stuff that you're going to need to start with.